Newey, can you first of all just tell us a bit about how Josh Bennett has come through? He came in as a Category B rookie. How's he been so far?
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. He's managed to accept, the roles and responsibilities that he has, and being able to implement himself on, some of the match play that we've had so far. He's a forward, a small forward that knows that position well, and he's actually impressing around goal. So small forwards getting to the drop of the ball and doing all the right things. He's got really good goal sense, so he only needs one opportunity, quite clean below his knees, and he makes the most of his opportunities when he gets them.
And what about the other forward boys down there? How are they kind of gelling and helping him along with the journey as well?
Yeah, well, with all of our younger players, I like to almost couple them up with some of our more experienced players. So some of those smaller types, Luke Bruce and Chad Wingard, great mentors to have and great to learn off of. So yeah, they've tried to spend as much time with those guys as they possibly can, and really, really important just to upskill them as quickly as possible.
And how about, let's maybe talk about Jack O'Sullivan as well. So what's impressed you about Jack so far?
Loves to stay on the track and do extras, and constantly asking questions, which I really like about him. He's really keen to learn, and not only from myself but from some of those more experienced players. So yeah, he's one that he works really hard, got quite a good goal sense as well. The other thing that I really like so far is just his intent to tackle and to put pressure on.
And how about yourself? You've made the switch from down back to up forward. How are you finding it this year, looking after the forwards?
Yeah, loving it. It's obviously a new challenge for me, and I've coached the backs for 3 years now and formed some great relationships with those guys in the back half. But it really challenges my thinking, and some things that I've still got to learn in that area. So it's been a good start so far, but now the games have started, that's when the real work starts.
Simo, we've got some draftees down in the back line this season, starting with Bailey McDonald. Can you just tell us about how he's going along this pre-season so far?
Yeah, Bailey's going really well. He's a bit of a quieter personality, but got some really special attributes. I think he was the quickest in the draft. So starting to see little glimpses of that come out in training now. Really exciting when he gets the ball.
And what about him has impressed you so far? Is there anything in particular that's kind of stood out to you about maybe his work ethic or his attributes?
Willingness to listen and learn, taking it all on board, but then backing his strength in and what he's really good at, which is his run, his power. Especially as a half-back, you can be really aggressive and proactive with your positioning. So when you do get the ball, you've got the whole game in front of you, you can really attack. So it's really exciting when he gets the ball, he tucks it under his arm and he just starts running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So there's a lot to like there.
And what about Josh Weddle? He's a bit of a utility, so we're not really sure where he might end up, but can you just shed a light on what he's been like so far?
Yeah, Josh is... there's not too many guys that come in after being drafted and win the time trials and dominate the running like he has. So it's pretty special. He's ultra competitive. Whether he plays down back or through the midfield, not too sure yet. But I think probably throughout his career you'll see him play in all positions. That's the sort of versatility, and I think what the recruiting staff really liked about him when they were drafting him. So really impressive so far, dominating all the running, really good size, looks like he's been in the AFL system for 3 or 4 years already.
And what about for yourself? Obviously first season in here, how are you finding it down with the defenders?
Yeah, I'm loving it. They're a great group to work with, eager to learn, want to get better, really motivated. So hopefully if you ask them, they're enjoying the pre-season, but still a lot of work to do.
Hayley, we've got Cam McKenzie, who was our top draft pick in the draft crop last year. How's he been tracking so far?
Yeah, he settled in really well. We had a couple of bouts of match in the last few weeks, and Cam doesn't look out of place at all. Really confident, solid around the stoppages, really uses his strengths well, so he's really good reaction, his agility, getting inside out is really good, and he's really clean, so he's slotted in really well, and he'd be one I'm expecting to really push for that early part of the year to be able to play and debut, which would be exciting.
And can you tell us a bit what he's like maybe as a person as well?
Yeah, Cam's a little bit more quieter. He'll find his way in the group. I'm assuming the more he spends time with this group, he'll blend in a bit more. But yeah, he's confident. I think he's got a really quiet self-assurance about him in terms of his ability.
Is there anyone that's kind of taken him under his wing to help him along?
Jai Newcomb, Connor Nash, Cooper Stevens has come in as well. So all those guys have been helping him in terms of technique and work around in the craft phase of the stoppage stuff. So yeah, Cam's slotted in really nicely.
And what about Henry Hustwaite? How's he going? Can you shed a light on what it's been like for him so far?
Huss has been good. He's got really elite hands around the contest. So watching him through the recruiting phase with the recruiters was interesting. He really stood out in terms of his ability to get the ball from the ruck mid connection and get it to those guys outside. So he's got an elite skill in terms of his clean hands left and right, and we'll just continue to develop the rest of his game to be able to suit his strengths.
And what about yourself as the mids coach this season, moving from the forward line? How have you found it?
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Obviously, you're a really young group this year to be able to mould and get on the journey with for a few years. Hopefully, this core group of players who are all around that 21 to 24 bracket can spend a fair bit of time together over the next ensuing years. And when we bounce back into contention, those guys will be a key part of our success. So at the moment, it's really exciting and really looking forward to getting into some games.